Hey there, Skullheads. I'm Snags.
And I'm old Silky.
And I'm Alan.
And you are listening to the number one podcast in the world with the words Snags and Silky in the title.
That's right.
Yeah.
So breaking news, Tony Iommi is about to release a solo album, his first new music from him in 21 or first solo album in 21 years. And it's going to be called From the Dark. And if you go on their website, Tony Iommi, you can get a 7-inch single. They got CD with a book, colored vinyl, regular vinyl, and a T-shirt. So
I love the title.
yeah, From the Dark.
Nice.
Yeah, the first single
Does
is.
it come with a rubber snake and a propeller hat?
No, I was looking for that. The first single is called "World Alone," and that's on Spotify. It's pretty good song. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited. This is cool. So, but I had to break that. You heard it here first, kids.
Yeah. It wasn't all over the internet already.
No.
No.
Breaking news: Snags and Silky.
It's where I found out.
See, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. So anyway,
All right. So tonight we're doing
is
Dennis
this
Hopper.
episode 150?
150 episodes. That's right.
Yeah,
Right.
we got to mention that.
We
Go.
are profiling Dennis Hopper, one of the great actors of American cinema, and pretty good
Yeah.
director
Yep.
and cultural icon. And just to kick the discussion off, like when he really came into my field of awareness, me and Silky are in high school. We're just we had like between us we had a collection of movies we watched over and over again because so many movies in the 80s just sucked.
Yep.
And Taxi Driver.
I would say we were on a quest for the purity of Hollywood. Well, I don't know how you
Purity
term
of cinema. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had Taxi Driver, Clockwork Orange, Easy Rider was one of those
Yeah.
movies. We just watch it over and over again. And then Blue Velvet drops. But we're going to pause the discussion here because we've got a little hellion in the background over here at Silky's
El
house.
Condor.
Snagsandsilky.com. We got t-shirts. We got mugs. We got
Stickers.
stickers. Hoodies.
We got Dennis Hopper bongs.
Dennis Hopper bongs.
I don't know what that is, but yes,
Good. That's good. You're raising them right.
That's good parenting.
Yeah.
We got Pat's Blue Ribbon.
Yeah.
Yes. PBR.
Heineken.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Fuck that
That's
shit.
skunk piss.
All right. El
and
Condor.
then Blue Velvet.
Oh, El Condor will return next week for more.
Oh, great. Can't wait.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right, go play with your crayons or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Blue Velvet drops and we go see it and we're just like we'd already seen The Elephant Man. I think that was the previous Dennis Hopper flick. And
Right.
I mean David Lynch flick.
Yep.
And quick sidebar, David Lynch tried to pick up my wife when she was a hot little 20-something in New York.
Really?
And she didn't go for it. She could have ended up with him instead of me.
She'd still be sailing around the world. So yeah.
Anyways, so I think she made the better choice. But
Yeah.
so anyways, this movie drops and it's the dude who made Elephant Man, which is already an interesting movie, and we were like, oh hell yes, finally a good movie. I think
Yeah.
River's Edge came out a little after
Yep.
that, and
River's Edge and
some really good movies started to drop.
yeah,
It was like anticipation of the
Angel
90s.
Heart, Angel
Yeah,
Heart.
Angel Heart.
But
But
we were on a quest chasing after James Dean, all the really cutting edge kind of movies and actors.
yeah, and so this movie drops, and what made it even better was that our English teacher hated it. She used to rant about it in English class about what a terrible movie it was, and it was our English teacher was there's this actress back then in the 80s named Jasmine Guy. It was actually Jasmine Guy's mother, Mrs. Guy. And she fucking hated that movie, and we were like, it just
Wow.
made it even better. We were like,
Yeah.
God, it makes it so much better
Oh
that
yeah.
And it was such a
she
good
can't
movie.
stand it. Yeah, it's a great movie. And Dennis Hopper, that was part of it, that was his comeback, that kicked off his comeback from, the lost years of being in the
Yeah,
wilderness
right.
of drug addiction.
I mean, I do remember Easy Rider, but yeah, Blue Velvet certainly it was kind of like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
had been
very similar,
easily
yeah.
10 years since you'd seen. I mean, I would almost like
Apocalypse
to look
Now.
at his.
It was Apocalypse Now was his last kind of
Wow.
significant role.
Yeah, so
Right.
he
Yeah.
this is
Oh,
like finding a joint under the couch.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
hey, holy shit.
Yeah.
You know,
oh, speaking of Apocalypse Now, he's only got a short bit in that, right?
yes,
Yeah, he's a crazed psychotic photojournalist. Yeah.
And
yeah.
he's screaming something when they're paddling by or whatever.
I think he's yelling, "It's all right, it's
It's
all
all right.
right."
Yeah, and then Ministry used that.
Yes, they
It,
sampled it. Yeah,
I can't even think of the song, but they sampled it.
Psalm 69.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
that was good shit.
Yeah. So that was cool to hear Dennis Hopper in a Ministry song.
Right?
you know.
uh, but that movie, Blue Velvet, just his intensity, breathing oxygen, and then just abusing the shit out of everybody in the movie. We were just enamored
Mm-hmm.
at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you don't know what's good. It's David Lynch too. You have no idea what's coming next with him.
that
Oh
was
yeah,
before
yeah,
David Lynch jumped the shark. I think somewhere
Yeah,
around Twin Peaks, he just got too enamored with his own
yeah,
yeah.
supposed
Twin
genius.
Twin
And
Peaks
yeah,
was Twin Peaks had its brilliance, and then it just continuity wise, nothing connected, and you're like, why have I given two
yeah.
weeks of
I mean,
watching this?
you look at Mulholland Drive or Inland Empire or Twin Peaks, and you compare it with Blue Velvet. Blue Velvet has a story structure, and it's just packed with awesome weirdness in the context of that.
Yeah,
And these
yeah,
later movies, he's like, who needs a story? Let's just be
yeah.
weird for two
Wild
hours.
at Heart was good.
Show some tits every now and then and just be
Yeah,
weird for 2 hours. It's like
yeah.
I
I
can I can take acid and watch Pornhub if I want that experience.
yeah. I,
Wow.
I spent money and went to the theater to watch Mulholland Falls with my then wife, and Jesus,
Mulholland Drive, yeah.
the fuck is this?
It was
And
terrible.
everybody thought it was genius. I was like,
It looked so good. The previews suckered
yeah.
us, you
Yeah.
know.
And
Yeah,
then
I mean, you watch that, and then go over and watch L.A. Confidential, and
yeah.
it's a night and day.
What's the one with Robert Blake too? That was a bizarre one.
Oh,
It was
from Beretta, Robert Blake.
yeah, where he was a weirdo in that one. I'll have to find it. I'll have to look it up. But it was right
That was
around Mulholland Drive era.
it was a David Lynch movie.
Yeah, yeah. It was right around Mulholland Drive area. Hold on. I'll look it up.
Was he in U-Turn or whatever that was?
I don't know, but this was a David Lynch movie. Hold on.
Yeah, there's a David Lynch movie that's got a road sign in it. I don't.
Yeah, I think that it was Lost Highway. Yeah.
Well, I see. All right, I
Yeah.
was right.
Lost Highway was right before Mulholland Drive. It was like two, and
Yeah,
that was really the beginning of the weirdness for weirdness sake.
yeah.
And then
I didn't. I
yeah.
never saw Lost Highway.
Um but anyways, so then you go back to there's a great one of the best biographies I've ever read actually called Hopper by this guy Tom Folsom, and it's Dennis Hopper biography. And his life is extremely entertaining, but you go back to his first kind of breakthrough role in Rebel Without a Cause, and there's a story in there where uh Natalie he's basically going on a little date with Natalie Wood. They're both going to be in the movie, and
Right.
he goes, "You want to go for a drive?" And they're going through a drive through the Hollywood Hills, and they park, and they start making out, and then they're taking off their clothes. They're going to have sex, and he's about to go down on her, and she goes, "Oh, you don't want to do that." Nicholas Ray, the director from Rebel Without a Cause, she's like, "Yeah, he came in me a couple hours ago, so you don't want to go down on
Oh,
me." He's just like, "Oh God." So,
wow.
Natalie Wood was getting around back then.
At least she told him.
Yeah, that's better. That's the way you want to find out is verbally.
Yeah, not. Wow, this smells like.
What the hell's going on?
Holy God.
Oh, was Dennis Hopper in that Natalie Wood story with the champagne and the tub?
Yes, that was
Tell,
Hopper and Bruce Dern. They all hung out together, and um, oh, I just forgot his name. The
Harry Dean,
dad, no, huh?
Harry Dean Stanton.
Yeah, Harry Dean Stanton. That whole crowd was like the new,
Up,
uh, the new solid, cutting edge actor troupe.
yeah.
But yeah, they Natalie Wood jumped in this tub full of champagne, and it like burned her clear through to you know,
The JJ.
the vajayjay, and
Yeah.
I don't remember the rest of that story,
Didn't
but
they have to take
that
her to the hospital or something
I
because the
feel like yeah, I feel like
champagne
that was
was
a
not
hospital
feeling good up in the
panic.
yeah.
What do we do? And
Yeah.
they were told that's not what you get
Yeah.
your crotch in.
Anyways, on only on Snags and Silky do you get these alternative perspectives
Yeah.
and deep cut stories.
This
Beetle Bailey
episode
looks
is really
completely confounded right now.
the subtitle of this episode is Natalie Wood's vajayjay
Yeah.
stories.
So but he befriends James Dean on the set of Rebel
Giant.
Without a Cause.
Oh, Rebel Without. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. And they become friends, and when James Dean dies, that really hit him hard. That affected him really badly. And
Yeah,
then he
and he was in a lot of westerns and shit.
yeah,
Bit part him and Bruce
he,
Stern.
he was in Giant with James Dean too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And then he was
Great.
in Gunfight at the OK Corral.
seen
Um,
that.
yeah, so he was one of these, but he's even then he was starting to gain a reputation as being this difficult method actor. He was in, but he throughout the '60s he's acting, doing supporting parts: Sons of Katie Elder, Cool Hand Luke, Hang 'Em High, True Grit, and
Those are all top notch
Yeah.
westerns.
yeah, yeah. And he's also at the same time taking a lot of photographs, and he um, was exhibiting photographs, taking documenting the music scene, civil rights events, Hollywood.
Really?
Yeah, and then eventually him and Terry Southern and Peter Fonda get together, and they co-write Easy Rider, and he directs it. And it's a low budget independent production, becomes a just huge hit, cultural icon. All these hippies are like, "That's us. We're being represented," and they all go,
Right.
and it just blows up at the box office.
Yeah.
Um,
My father one of his best friends, this guy's name was Brett Vandecastle.
Is this who you're
And
named after?
yeah,
Okay.
and Brett Vandecastle was riding his motorcycle through. If you ever drive through Virginia and up through the Appalachians, uh, you have just a lot of windy cliff type roads, and this 18 wheeler pulls up, and at the time, late 60s, you had the Hells Angels, and I mean, you can read Hunter S. Thompson's Hells Angels, um, the Wild One, all these biker type related movies and books. Um, Anyone on a motorcycle with long hair was just considered an outlaw. And anyway, this somebody in an 18 wheeler pulled past Brett, slammed on their brakes, so he just killed himself into the back of their truck, and then they just drove off. But it was kind of open season on the highways. You heard about this a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Was this
but yeah, that's who I
before?
was.
I guess this would have
That's who I was
been.
named after.
That sucks. That's right around when Easy Rider came out too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm sure it influenced people to do some of that shit.
Take out some hippies. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get it now. I get it now with the hippies, but
Yeah. I
you
mean,
know,
I generally hate hippies. My two least
yeah.
favorite demographics are hippies and rednecks. I just
But you and I
can't
come
stand either
from it.
one.
We come by it honest.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go out and kill them.
No,
No.
no. But I did root for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, well, Manson hippies, that's a different.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
yeah. That
they're gonna kill me. I'm taking them out with a fucking flamethrower right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
much different.
Absolutely.
I remember laughing my ass off when that scene happened, and just
The whole theater.
I was going, yeah, just laughing
Yeah.
my ass off. I was like,
The
that
whole
is so
theater
awesome.
applauded.
That's
Yep.
that's how that story should have ended.
That's really
That's
should.
exactly what should have happened.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Him standing in the cul-de-sac with his pitcher full of liquor, screaming at them in his driveway. I just found that so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I forget what Leo says to them, but he just rips them a new ass. Loved it.
so Easy Rider gets Best Original Screenplay at the Academy Awards. Oh, nomination for Best Original Screenplay and a Best First Work Award at Cannes. Everybody immediately assumes he's a genius director. He gets this big deal to do a high budget movie. Takes a bunch of people to Peru and just makes this fucking Inland Empire nonsense. You know, the last movie, which is just again, it's the same thing. You know that you get so confident in your own brilliance. Oh, I don't even have to try. Let's just fire up the camera and we'll just
Yeah.
ramble.
We don't even need a script. We're
Yeah.
getting high and fucking groupies.
Yeah,
It'll be
this
great.
is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And that comes out, and it's a enormous expectations. Everybody thinks it's going to be amazing, and it's just a critical and commercial, just abject disaster.
What's the movie called?
The last movie.
Oh, okay. Not The Last Picture show.
No, last picture shows Peter Big Bogdanovich, and it
And that was good.
actually
Yeah.
has a story. Yeah, Sybil
Yeah.
Shepherd.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Now, Sybil Shepherd could clear a room with a beer fart.
or a queef even.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
She was straight
Right.
nasty.
Yeah. So his drug use gets really heavy around this time. His first marriage to his first wife, Brooke Hayward, breaks up. Really falls into the vortex of addiction. Briefly marries Michelle Phillips of the Mamas and the Papas for about 8 days, and then they get divorced. And
Yeah, that had to be some. Let's get married so we can fuck. I don't know. Probably not.
I was just probably just wasted. And when the acid wore off, they did, what did we do in Vegas last night? You know?
Right. We did what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Like Greg Allman.
yeah. In the 70s, he's doing these bit parts in movies like Mad Dog Morgan, The American Friend. Um, and then that the memorable supporting role in Apocalypse Now. And in 1980, somehow he gets funded to direct Out of the Blue. And I don't know if you remember that, Silky, but we rented that back in the day.
Yeah. It was. Is he in Paris or something?
No, Out of the Blue, he's like a construction worker, and he's got a strained relationship with his rebellious daughter, and it's just this kind of this again, not a whole lot going on kind of thing. Um, but he's basically like a construction worker who has a strained relationship with his rebellious daughter, and that's about it. That's about all I can remember. I remember it had that song "Out of the Blue and Into the Black." Neil Young's song was
Yeah. Yeah. I
one.
remember. I do remember it, but that wasn't he like the last American in Paris or something. I thought that was.
That has nothing to do with Out of the Blue.
No, I know that, but it's
He
Dennis
was
Hopper.
the American Friend. That was, I think, might have been set in Paris. I think I got it. I watched The American Friend again about a couple of years ago, after I read that Dennis Hopper book.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it just had a classic poster, movie poster.
oh yeah, yeah, The American Friend, that Vim Vendors, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that there was, remember that couple that they were filmmakers, and I house sat for them for a little bit in like
Yes,
'87. They had a big poster,
that's
American
it.
Friend. Yeah.
That's it.
All right. So, Out of the Blue, story centers on Cindy Barnes, which is a rebellious, alienated teenager, and her father, Dennis Hopper, who's an alcoholic truck driver. So he was doing method acting at the time, playing an alcoholic. And she runs away, and he gets released from prison, and uh, he there's just a bunch of drama at the house, and at the very end, he comes on to his daughter, and she basically, um, I think she kills him. Yeah, yeah. She lights a stick of dynamite, and it blows up the car, and they both die at
Oh,
the
wow.
end.
Nice.
Trying to do the Easy Rider ending, in
Yeah,
1980
yeah.
with
Okay.
a weak script, and
But you also had a massive falling out with Fonda and Hopper.
oh,
Really?
really?
Yeah, over points. Uh, I think with the popularity of Easy Rider, and Fonda took more points or somehow Hopper finds out, and they severed never speak to me, they I don't know that they ever you know resolved any of that. It was a lifelong grudge after that.
It was, and here's the deal. I just researched it here. Um, the screenplay credit and legacy. The core issue stemmed from who deserved credit for writing Easy Rider. Hopper insisted for the rest of his life that he was the primary sole architect of the script, so he's trying to hog credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fonda and Terry Southern maintained the three of them wrote it together. Hopper resented sharing the credit. He wanted to be the writer, director, auteur, I guess. Um,
See, I
routine.
kind of believe that then. If three people are involved, that's a little bit more than
Yeah.
Hopper being able to say,
Yeah. I mean, and he goes to do it on his own, and it's a fucking disaster.
yeah,
Even,
exactly. And Fonda had kind of a bit of a rise in the '70s. He made some pretty decent action films.
Yeah, Fonda went, and he had just a nice string of indie films. You know, there's some good
Yeah.
ones out there. And then Yuli's Gold later on in his career, where he's
Oh yeah.
the old guy, the beekeeper or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
Hopper was constantly suing Fonda's production company over profit percentages from Easy Rider in the 70s and in the 90s. Um, Mid 90s, it goes nuclear. Hopper appears on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno and claims that actor Rip Torn had been replaced in Easy Rider by Jack Nicholson because Rip Torn pulled a knife on Hopper. Torn sues Hopper. Hopper expected Fonda to testify and confirm his account, but Fonda said fuck off. And
Oh
so
wow.
Hopper loses the lawsuit and has to pay $500,000 in damages.
Jesus.
So he's even more mad at Fonda. It costs him, you know. So
For what? Just slandering Rip Torn?
yeah, Rip Torn got $500,000 in
Wow.
and Hopper maintained the story he told was true, and Fonda was there, but Fonda wouldn't show up to testify.
That's fucked up.
It is not far fetched because what I've heard about Rip Torn is that's not out of the ordinary at all.
Yeah,
When your name is Rip Torn, you don't fuck with the guy.
yeah,
No, I remember an episode. Do you ever watch Seinfeld's comedians in cars get
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
coffee?
yeah.
Coffee, yeah.
He had Alec Baldwin on,
Okay.
and Alec Baldwin was telling him, I just saw Rip Torn a couple weeks ago. We were having a drink or whatever, and Rip Torn. I remember this, time where he just like beat the shit out of two guys in a bar, whatever. He was just, going through the story of how he kicked them in
Wow.
the mouth and the balls, and then, punched their teeth out, and then, and Alec was like, wow, when was this? And he's like, about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
crazy.
what
So,
he's
so
like
this
one of us, like one of us going out and doing that.
Right. Yeah. Goddamn. Yeah.
this feud goes on till Hopper dies of he's in the hospital in 2010 dying of prostate cancer. Peter Fonda shows up to try to visit him, and Hopper turns him away at the door.
Wow.
And then Hopper instructed his family that Peter Fonda shall not be allowed to attend my funeral.
Wow.
And
Oh man.
Fonda shows up in Dallas, New Mexico for the funeral, and they turn him away at the door.
Wow.
So
That's
that
unbelievable.
went on all the way to the end.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
That's yeah. I don't even. That is wow.
I knew it was bad. I didn't know
Yeah.
all the details, but
To
I
the
do
absolute
remember that.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the bitter end. That's as
Grumpy
bitter
old
as it
man.
gets.
But I tell you, that whole slew, Bruce Dern, Harry Dean Stanton, Hopper, uh, just solid.
Nicholson was part of that until he became a superstar. You know, the rest of
Who?
those guys were Nicholson. The rest of
Oh
those
yeah,
guys were kind of
yeah,
character actors, and then
sure,
Nicholson just shot up into the
yeah,
stratosphere.
Yeah.
and Nicholson too, and just
Mhm.
all those independent style films. It was a new type of Hollywood for sure.
And you and I went down the rabbit hole on that. We were renting like The Trip, that Roger Corman
Everything,
movie with
yeah,
Jack
yeah,
Nicholson,
yeah,
and there's some other biker movies with Peter Fonda from back
yeah.
then. I mean, a lot of good
The
shit.
crazy Larry Dirt.
Dirty
Dirty Larry,
Larry.
Dirty Larry.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fantastic movie. Um, and that has an Easy Rider ending. I mean, they kept.
Well, yeah,
I
after
have.
Easy Rider, I
Yeah.
mean, Easy Rider was kind of like Tarantino. Like after Pulp Fiction comes out, every movie's got to have
Yeah.
uh, gangsters with banter in it for a while.
Right.
Yeah,
After Easy Rider came out, every movie's got to have this ending where everybody fucking dies at the end.
Yep.
and a
I
lot of 70s
collection.
movies.
I have a collection. I'll take a picture and send it to you.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even know how. It's like 15 DVDs. It's just a ton of DVDs, and each DVD has like four B movies on it. It's a B movie
Oh, nice.
extravaganza from the late
Okay.
60s, early through the 70s,
Yeah.
and every movie ends with the protagonist dying
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
horrible manner,
Uh, I
and
will
yeah,
it's just
say
like it's
my
like
one of
Easy
my
Rider 15. You
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
one of my favorite movies is To Live and Die in L.A.,
Yeah.
which you could subtitle that "Kicked in the Balls in L.A." because all through that movie is some of the most gruesome
Yeah.
ball shots.
Oh,
But the main the main character dies in the end, and it blew our doors.
yeah.
I love that movie is still awesome,
Yeah.
and one of the greatest um, car chases since Bullet, I
Hmm.
think.
Yeah, I gotta revisit. I remember when that came out. I don't think I've seen it since it came out.
Yeah, and for some reason they go the wrong way on the highway for that entire chase. They shut the highway down and went the opposite way,
Yeah.
and it really fucks with people. So
Um, thanks for that. Another
yeah,
irrelevant
another
rant
sidebar. Yeah,
brought to you by Silky. So then he does Hoosiers, um,
that's
where he's the
popular.
alcoholic basketball coach.
Yeah,
Oh my God. I
Yeah, that it's
I
there.
love that.
yeah, that was a great movie.
I
What
have
did you like about it, Beetle Bailey?
what do I like about it?
Yeah,
I'm a sports guy. It's the underdog.
Totally.
I mean, it's not maybe not the greatest movie ever, but I love Gene Hackman in it. I think his character
Yeah,
is
I thought it was a
fantastic.
solid flick. Yeah.
yeah,
I could have done, you know what? I could have done without the romance. They had to throw the freaking romance story in.
yeah. A lot of romance in movies just needs to go.
100% focused on basketball. This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you don't need it. Yeah, let's have some nudity.
I was
Obviously,
just gonna say, show some,
get the
hardcore banging, but skip the
yeah,
Oh,
get
romance.
the
oh, that
romance
reminds
out
me.
of there.
That,
Just a
that
Yeah,
couple
my
titties, and then we're on to the
yeah,
action again.
some
And
bukkake, a
yeah,
little,
my
wow,
B movie collection. Every film that I've seen so far has titties and blood.
yeah,
Yeah. Well,
It, it,
the Snags and Silky episode that has the most views on YouTube is Sex, Violence, and Popcorn. The
with Franco.
yeah, the Jess Frank the profile we did on Jess Franco, the B movie director who's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah.
So because sex was in the title,
and
five
Violence.
thousand people clicked on it.
5,000 I think got
Like, what
5,000
the
plus
fuck?
views. Yeah. Oh, crazy. Um so after Hoosiers he gets another shot at directing. He's doing the one movie he was um lobbying to direct was Barfly. Um
Oh wow,
he him and Sean he was good friends with Sean Penn. And
yeah,
uh the Barbet Schroeder was working with the guy who directed Barfly and who was supposed to direct Barfly, and it's good that he did direct Barfly. Barbet Schroeder, he's working with Bukowski on this movie, and they want Sean Penn to play the Bukowski character. And Sean Penn basically says, and if you have not read Charles Bukowski's book Hollywood, which is about the making of that film, you have to read it. It's they at one point the funding is going to get cut from the film, and Barbet Schroeder, who's this crazy European director, storms into the office. I think it was Canon Pictures, those guys, and with a fucking hypodermic needle full of anesthetic and an electric saw, And
Jeez.
and they're like, "What are you doing?" And he goes, if you don't, they were about to cancel the funding. If you don't change your mind, and he injects his pinky, and like, "What are you doing?" It's my pinky. You see, my pinky is numb, and then he fires up the fucking electric saw. He's like,
Oh,
"I'm going to
Jesus.
cut off my pinky right now if you don't." And he's like, "Okay, okay, we'll make the damn movie." Good God.
That's
Like,
fucking
and that's in the book. They should actually make a movie of the book Hollywood. It would be fantastic.
right.
But in
Uh,
in that book, you hear this whole drama with Sean Penn and Dennis Hopper,
Yeah.
where uh Sean Penn's like, "I'll play the guy, but you got to let Dennis Hopper direct." And
mhm.
Barbet Schroeder, again, and this similar story here to the Dennis Hopper deathbed story. Barbet Schroeder actually had it put. He went to a lawyer and got it put in his will that if he died, Dennis Hopper would not be allowed to direct Barfly.
Wow. Because Barfly, again,
I
one
love
of the
that movie.
best fucking movies.
Yeah.
Um, Speaking of Barfly, I recently found Frank Stallone on Facebook, and
Get him on the
sending him.
get him on the show.
I've been sending him things like, "Hey, man, loved Barfly. Always look
Yeah.
for you in movies. Tombstone classic. You got to be on our podcast."
Absolutely, yeah. Did you tell him
So
we're the number one rated podcast with the word Snags and Silky in the title?
I did not, but I'll
In the
start doing it.
world.
Yeah,
In the
ever,
world. Yeah.
ever. Yeah.
So he doesn't get to direct Barfly, but him and Sean Penn find a actor director duo project to do, which is Colors, which is about
Great movie.
the Crips and the Bloods. You got Ice-T doing the soundtrack.
Great fucking
That
movie.
was a big deal when that came out.
Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah, I remember us rushing to the theater to see that.
Yeah, and I feel like that paved the way to do like Menace to Society and that whole
Yeah, it was about the whole
LA.
gang scene. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
burnt out hippie cracker view of the gang scene, but it was
Well,
good.
and then Hopper did Flashback,
Well, we're
which
not we're not quite there yet. He directed the Hot Spot.
Yeah.
Um,
oh, I like that one.
I saw
yeah,
that not too
and
long ago.
that is it Jennifer Connelly who's like
Yeah,
totally nude in that? Yeah.
Yeah. And
and,
Virginia Madsen. You
yeah,
get
Virginia. Yeah,
the
and
blonde
there's a
and
really good
brunette.
bluesy soundtrack to Hotspot.
Yeah. Miles Davis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A lot
So
of blues.
John Lee Hooker, I think.
Yeah.
Don Johnson is a smooth-talking drifter with a hidden past. He arrives in a dusty town of Landers, Texas, and gets a job as a used car salesman. Quickly becomes entangled with two vastly different women. Jennifer Connelly, the sweet, innocent 19-year-old loan accountant. And I think there's a scene where she's like naked on all fours, like on a beach or something. I mean,
She's good.
it's hardcore. Virginia
Yeah.
Madsen, the sultry, manipulative wife of his dealership boss, and
Yeah,
she pushes him into a volatile, lust-driven affair. Right, so it's a film noir setup. The drifter
yeah,
comes into
totally.
town. The femme
Yeah.
fatale starts dragging him down the
Yeah.
and
Got Jennifer Connelly and Jennifer Connelly's girlfriend in the movie to sunbathe in the nude at
Yeah.
the lake.
And don't they have
uh,
the finales out in the desert?
let's see the ending. So there's basically a climax. I don't give it all away, but there's a heist and the usual twists and turns. And in the end,
Feels
he
like a shootout in the desert.
Well, he winds up. He
yeah
winds up with the blonde. The blonde
Yeah.
yeah
gets her way.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Sorry, spoiler.
I
spoiler.
don't I don't
Whatever.
I don't remember. I think I watched this like 5 years ago when I read that book too, but I don't remember
See, I
exactly
could
the
be
ending.
put. I might be thinking of White Orchid, one of these damn
Yeah.
Yeah.
movies where
Yeah,
they
John Dahl movies, the guy who
yeah
did
just
all
end
those.
up out in the desert and
Yeah.
No, Don Johnson just winds up riding into the sunset with Virginia Madsen because he's trapped. He has no options but to go with her.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And
So
that's a hell of a, you got to make sacrifices.
You know what? Yeah, take one for the team.
he plays so when was he in Flashback? Do you remember? I never saw
90,
Flashback. Okay.
1990.
Same time, same year this one came
And
out. Talk
what
about
they
that
did,
one.
with Flashback was cash in on the retro Vietnam late '60s hippie stuff, very popular in 1990. And Kiefer Sutherland is this straight edge FBI guy, and his dad or his aunt, is this long haired hippie that they get out of prison. I think to be an informant or so. I don't remember, murky, but it was a very popular movie strictly for the '60s soundtrack.
Hmm. I remember when that came out, and for whatever reason, I didn't go see it.
You didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neither did I then.
Yeah,
It was it was
I
a
mean, you could watch it now, and you'd probably enjoy the soundtrack, but
all right.
it's
Yeah.
gimmicky, very gimmicky. We'll get Dennis Hopper to play.
Play the hippie. Yeah, he was in that movie OC and Stiggs as well. And then speaking of, was it John Dahl that did all those neo noir movies? He did Red Rock West, and Dennis Hopper was in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
This
So
is the era though when like Nicholson would do something, um, Bruce Dern, they would just show up in these gritty kind of independent films,
mhm.
and you felt obligated to go see them.
Right. Makes a turn in the Super
Obligated.
Mario Brothers movie, and then True Romance. So that's
Yep.
the one where he comes in orbit with Tarantino is he's in a movie Tarantino wrote, right?
I
Yeah,
I love
Yeah.
it's my all-time favorite Dennis Hopper scene is when he is insulting Christopher Walken because he knows he's about to get killed. And
Yeah,
yeah.
he
He says,
takes
"Fuck it."
that
Christopher
is a
Walken
great
down.
scene. Yeah.
This is how he describes the Sicilian being
The N words of Italy. Yeah.
taken over by the Moors, going from
Yeah.
they did so much fucking the Sicilian women. They changed the bloodline forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you said the
Blonde hair
Moors.
and blue
It's
eyes
the
became,
moves.
black hair and dark skin. And it's just the best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
calls them an
And
eggplant.
He
yeah.
calls him, but yes, you're part eggplant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good.
There's a
I
So
lot more to it, but I'm not going to get into that. But
I
yeah.
get the
Yeah.
Seinfeld reference, the Moops. Remember
Yeah. 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 They're not the Moors. They're the Moops. The boy in
the
the bubble
movies.
episode.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That's awesome.
the
Um.
Moops?
Then he's the bad guy in Speed. Does a good job in that. He was in
Oh
the
yeah.
uh I guess Kevin Costner wanted to emulate the last movie and make a big budget disaster. So he did Waterworld, and Dennis Hopper was
Oh,
in that.
Oh
I don't think I
God!
ever saw Waterworld.
no.
Now you
Yeah.
again you dodged a bullet by
Yeah.
missing Waterworld.
Yeah.
Now, one thing he was in the next year, 1996, off the radar flick, which is really entertaining, is called Space Truckers. And he's like a long haul freight space trucker, drives a
Okay.
spaceship, and it's just a fun little lighthearted sci-fi movie. Good looking lead actress in it. Good special effects. That's fun. It's definitely worth watching if you can find it on like Amazon Prime or whatever.
Right.
Highly recommend that. It's a fun one. Um, just looking to see. He was in Ed TV. Wasn't that like a takeoff on the Truman Show?
Yes. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I kind of struggle to remember, but I did see that.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just looking. He did a ton of little, just whatever would give him a paycheck up through the 2000s. I'm just looking to see if there's anything in here that was significant. he had a big that big upswing in the from basically Blue Velvet up through the mid 90s, you know. He's pretty successful, and then he's set financially. He's got a big lived in Venice. He had a nice house and an art collection, and um doing a lot of photography work, and then just doing these little, there's tons of movies in the 2000s and the late 90s that I've never even heard of. I didn't realize he was in all these movies. I'm just looking at the list.
Isn't Hopper in some space?
Space Truckers.
Okay, that's the same one. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's
Yeah.
highly entertaining. I
Yeah, a
You
seriously.
lot
know
of
what? I vaguely remember that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have
yeah,
to
it's a lot
read.
of scantily clad bimbos and Dennis
Yeah,
Hopper.
yeah, I
Yeah,
know. But it's well written. It's fun. It's a good
yeah,
one. Um, yeah, he was a crazy, wacky cat. I don't know. Anybody got anything else on Dennis Hopper? I mean, we kind of
yeah.
cover his career here.
The crazy wacky cat. To just expound on that, he had a delivery like no one else.
Yeah.
No one sound like him. The way he would deliver a line, you just like,
Oh, what the fuck? We forgot. We mentioned River's Edge, but he was the one-legged biker who lived with the blow-up doll in River's Edge.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he says in that movie, and I
Yeah.
quote this all the time
Yeah.
when I'm talking to the younger guys, and every once in a while somebody will say, "Hey, did you ever you eat pussy?" And I always I don't tell them it's from River's
R-
Edge,
right.
but I make the comment that I've eaten so much pussy that my beard looked like a glazed donut,
Yeah. I've heard you make that comment before, actually.
which
Yeah.
is from that movie, but it's just like, please, you
Yeah,
don't
and
ask me that
and
shit.
I remember when we were in high school, it was after Blue Velvet came out. One of us read in some movie magazine that Dennis Hopper was going to be playing a one-legged biker who lives with a blow-up doll. And we were
Yes.
like, "Oh my God, we got to go
yeah.
see
Yeah,
that."
whatever it is, we're seeing
Well,
that shit.
specifically the that character, we're like a one-legged biker who lives with a blow-up doll. That's fucking awesome. And
Yeah.
it was. And that the interesting thing about that movie is the passing of the torch, because you were saying no one else had a delivery like Dennis Hopper. Well, you know how Christian Slater was trying to be the new Jack Nicholson for a while?
Yeah.
Crispin Glover,
Russia is gearing up to kick our fucking asses,
well,
man.
Crispin Glover was trying to be the new Dennis Hopper. You know,
Yeah.
Christian
Okay.
Slater's and
Sure.
Heather's trying to be Jack Nicholson, and
Yeah.
Crispin Glover is in this movie trying to, and he basically takes that crazed kind of, and it was real. I mean, if you know anything about Crispin Glover, we have a whole episode on him. Go listen to it.
Yeah.
He is an out there cat, but
Yeah.
that kind of edgy
Yeah,
performance, he learned a thing or two, I think, acting with
Oh,
Dennis
totally.
Hopper in that movie.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. But River's Edge, another thing about River's Edge, and I believe we had an episode where we discussed River's Edge at
Yeah, it
length.
was the Crispin Glover episode that I
Oh,
just
okay, yeah.
mentioned. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, duh. That movie was the first time uh, in a
Speed
long
metal.
time that they had our music represented.
It was the first time speed metal showed up in a fucking
Yeah,
soundtrack.
yeah. Because you had heavy metal, which was a great movie, um, but most of that is like Cheap Trick and they didn't
Blue
have
Oyster
Right.
Cult.
No, that
Yeah.
yeah,
was barely metal.
Yeah.
barely
That
exactly.
that movie.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like,
it's a
yeah.
good
When is
soundtrack.
the heavy metal starting in this film?
Yeah, it's a good soundtrack apart from the Stevie Nicks song, but yeah, River's Edge though was all metal. I just being blown away that I'm hearing Slayer up on the big screen.
Yeah, you had Slayer, Hallows Eve, Fate's Warning,
Faith
um,
one, yeah,
and the because Crispin Glover's the speed freak, and he's in his Volkswagen just cranking this shit, And yeah, and that
Yeah,
that monologue about the Russians are gearing up to kick our fucking asses, man.
it was so good.
We
That
love it.
movie,
We went to see that movie
like,
because of Dennis Hopper, but we came away from it talking about Crispin Glover.
All right, cool.
totally,
Yeah.
Yeah.
totally. Um,
I
Sadly, that movie mirrors. Uh, there's a true story about a little girl. She's like 13 who starts hanging out with like these 8 teenagers, and they lure her out into the woods and kill her, rape her, and throw her in a river.
And
And
none of them would talk about it. Yeah, it's
yeah,
based on a true story, unfortunately.
yeah, really fucking disturbing that that shit went on. But anyway,
Yeah.
I just want to go back to True Romance for another line.
yeah,
Yeah.
He's talking to his son Christian Slater, Clarence. He comes to see him. He has no idea what Clarence has done, but he knows he's he's in trouble. And he's he's just kind of disappointed in him, but he likes his girlfriend, who's now his wife or whatever. The what was her name? Patricia Arquette. And so he's kind of got a little hope for him, but he grabs him, he looks him straight in the face and he goes, "Quit fucking around." you know so anyway, me and my best friend that I met in college, similar to you guys, we always use that line on each other when we're when we think
okay.
it's necessary. "Quit fucking around."
Quit fucking around.
So there's that. And then, to give you a better answer for that Hoosiers question, why do I like that film? It kind of dawned, I was thinking about it a little bit more. It's the story of the coach coming into a shitty team, getting the
Yeah,
fundamentals down, and sure enough, now all of a sudden, you're better, and now you're winning games, and on and on. Because I've lived that with the Yankees, the Cowboys, the Nets,
sure.
all
I'm
my
I'm
teams have
I'm wait
gone.
I'm waiting to live that with Atlanta United. They're
Yeah,
like the bad news bears of MLS for the
yeah,
last like 4 years.
yeah. Bill
It's
Parcells did that with the Giants, the Jets,
yeah.
and the Cowboys. In my,
Yeah,
I mean, everybody says Bill Belichick's the greatest, and yeah, if you count Super Bowl rings, but Bill Parcells was a magician. He could
sure.
take any organization and turn them into a winner. You know.
Well, there
So
you
anyway,
go.
I look
Yeah, I
like the
like I
Hoosiers.
like good sports movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they again, it like Beetle Bailey said, the underdog, and just a lot of times the beauty of the game, or the tragedy of the game. Like Weir Monroe wasn't that movie? Weir.
No, we're oh, they're in the Sun Belt Conference with Georgia State right now.
Yeah,
We're
I can't think of
the
the.
whole
Um,
plane crashes and the whole fucking
yeah.
football
Oh,
team
it's just
dies.
tragic. Or there's another one where the right before the big game, the fucking quarterback gets in a car accident and dies,
Oh,
We are
or is
Marshall.
paralyzed.
We Are
We
Marshall is the movie
we
you're
are
talking.
oh,
That's
yeah,
a
Marshall.
Marshall.
great,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
great
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
movie.
Oh, that is
yeah,
Marshall
really good.
Marshall plays. That's the only gridiron football I watch is Georgia State because I went there and Marshall plays them now. They're in the
yeah,
Sun Belt Conference with
yeah.
them.
We are Marshall's just such a good movie. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep.
but
Very good
I
movie.
wanted to mention with True Romance, you had Gary Oldman, um,
Yeah.
uh, James
Christopher Walken.
Gandolfini,
Yeah.
and just such a great,
Yeah, yeah.
great dude. But yeah, Dennis Hopper, really, just a very sweet character. You like the guy.
Yeah.
I think the whole Hoosiers thing was a metaphor for his career at the time.
Hmm.
Taking something that was just dead and hopeless and resuscitating it, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if they sober up, they all came from they could deliver. They really could,
Hmm.
uh, with the right script and everything. And
I think
each of them,
especially as an actor, he's probably a little overrated as a director, but as an actor, he was
yeah,
brilliant.
yeah. But like each of them, you can look. It's very similar. Harry Dean Stanton, Nicholson,
Mhm.
Bruce Dern, Dennis Hopper,
Mhm.
all very similar. Just a lot of good. If you look for them, you'll find them.
Yeah.
Really good, solid movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know who's a kind of outlier in between generations that was a bit of a fucking weirdo? Jack Palance.
Yeah,
We
Okay.
should do a
Palance.
Jack Palance episode at some point because
Palance was just a beast.
that guy
They
was a wild
they
man.
they gave him some award, and he goes out and does a bunch of one
That
arm
bunch of
push
one
ups
arm push ups. I remember that.
just to
Yeah,
say "fuck you, I'm not dead, go
yeah,
fuck yourself." God damn, he was amazing. And
yeah.
then when he
Well,
played Dracula, he was
I
scared the shit out of
you
me.
wanna be on that episode, Bailey?
yeah, absolutely.
It'll
I've
be
never
in
done a
probably
one arm push
December
up in my
sometime, but
life.
I'll schedule it. Yeah,
You guys ever do a one arm push up in your lives?
yeah. Fuck
No,
no.
I don't need to. I'm good.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I could. I just
I,
don't want to.
I
Yeah.
can. I'm already disappointed in me. I don't need to do that. No, it would be interesting to mention somebody that Snags doesn't want to suddenly do an episode on, where we just mention them and that's good enough.
Um, yeah, like the Roger Corman one where you bitched and moaned, and then you watched every single fucking Roger
Yeah, but
Corman
that was
movie
after we
afterwards.
ran out of gas 20 minutes into the fucking
Yeah,
episode
yeah.
because
You're afraid to
nobody
admit
did the
how
notes.
brilliant I am at programming this
Nobody did the
podcast.
notes. Nobody did the
When we
notes.
do the Jack Palance episode, you're gonna be, oh, that was so great, and I'm gonna remind you,
No, I
fucktard.
like Jack
Hey,
Palance, but
fucktard,
I
you
don't see
you
an
ragged on
hour
me for scheduling this shit. Anyways,
scheduling what.
yeah, fucking Jack Palance.
Oh,
Are
okay.
you paying attention to the conversation? He's not even paying attention to the
No, I'm
conversation.
not. It's not interesting.
I think it's just the brain damage from all the fucking. All right.
All the
Um.
pussy.
Yeah. No, that's not what I was gonna say.
Okay.
All right. So, anyways, we got anything else on Dennis Hopper?
I'm good. I think yeah. I've
Yeah, I think we
the best
covered
here.
it. Yeah.
He's amazing. That's all I
Yeah.
gotta say.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. There you have it. I think we're gonna have to call this. We can't put "fuck" in the title because we could have called it Heineken. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Blue ribbon, man. You want me to pour the beer, Raymond?
We'll figure it out.
Oh,
We'll come
fuck
up with a title.
The moops.
The moops.
Yeah.
The moops. I can
All
hear
right.
your fucking radio.
Peace out.
Deuces, everybody.
You're supposed to say.
Oh, I
Goodbye.
said deuces.
No, Bailey's supposed to say something. Say goodbye, dude.
I said bye-bye, but I'll say it again.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye.
There you
Good
go.
night,
Thank you, sir.
Gracie.
All right, fuckers.
Good night, Gracie.
Later.